This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Without the ones like you, who work tirelessly to keep things running, everything would suddenly stop. Hospitals, factories, schools, and power plants, they all depend on you. No matter the weather, emergency, or time of day, you're the ones who get it done. At Grainger, we're here for you with professional-grade industrial supplies. Count on real-time product availability and fast delivery. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
At Metro, get an iPhone 12 with 5G and a dual camera system for $99.99. Take amazing pictures and share them instantly. And don't put up with life's yada yada.
Yada yada.
Like photo bombers. Zoom, crop out,
Yada yada.
and bye.
You don't take yada yada in life, don't take yada yada from your wireless provider. Get iPhone 12 with 5G with no activation fees and nada yada yada. Only at Metro by T-Mobile. Switch to Metro, bring your ID. This offer isn't available for customers currently at T-Mobile or that have been with Metro in the past 180 days.
Welcome to the Men's Room Appy Hour, broadcast exclusively on Odyssey. Let the shenanigans begin.
Hello, fellas. Welcome to the Men's Room Happy Hour, episode number 8, available exclusively on Odyssey.
Kind of.
And the Odyssey app. Oh, it's everywhere.
It is everywhere now.
Isn't it? Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Because if something happens, it's always good to have a backup plan,
That's
just in
a fact.
case, you know?
That's a fact.
Either way, lovely
Just good
Friday
so they
morning.
can hear us.
Yes. A big thanks, first off, to everyone who came to Olaf's in Ballard last Sunday. We haven't talked to you since then, so if you got a chance to stop by and have a beer and say, hey, man, that was a really nice, relaxing Sunday afternoon. Drinking some beers. So
Yeah.
Olaf's a great spot. And they had the men's room beer brought there as well. Still didn't have one.
Nope, haven't done it yet.
You didn't get one on Sunday either?
No, man, I haven't done it.
You guys,
Send
what do you
pictures. It
just
looks
say you're
good.
boycotting them?
You know, man,
Uli hasn't been in studio in months, man.
Yeah, I just kind of rushed there and then started talking to people. And next thing I know, I walked out. I was like, God damn it, I didn't have a bra again.
Yeah.
And they were hooking it up with like peppers and onions and all these different things.
Yeah, I saw. They look great.
And then Natalie rolled by, and she was real good about keeping my drink full. And then she was like, "You need anything to eat?" And at the time, I was like, "No." And then as soon as she walked away, I was like, "Damn, I should have actually got a bra, son of a bitch."
Yep.
Also, I kind of forgot, but it's like it's in the city. Obviously, like I was impressed with the other bartenders that were there.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
staff,
Oh, yeah.
And then I'm like, it took me a while to realize, like, oh, it's Sunday, so most of them are actually off and can come out and like have a drink with us instead of just serving.
Right. Yeah.
I like it.
That's a great spot in Ballard.
And
So-
shout out to your buddy Angel. That hat is awesome.
Oh, man.
That was great.
She's got a buddy of hers that she said that comes in the chili parlor, and I guess he does hats. Because half of the chili parlor regulars and crew, because chili parlor's closed on Sunday, they all came up to Olaf's.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's it. It was
yeah,
awesome.
There was like 7 regulars sitting at the bar. They're all from Mike's Chili Parlors. They all came up to hang out. And I think one of the guys there actually designs hats, makes them for a living. T-shirts, hats, all that crap. So she asked for one, he made it. I was like, damn, that's really cool.
Yeah, it's like a pink. It's like black and pink, but it's got like the logo, but he's pink. And I heard people talk to her, and I was like, Angel, where did you get that? She's like, oh, I had it made. I was like,
Yeah.
dope.
Right?
Yep, same thing. I'm
That's
like,
very
where
cool.
the F did you get that? 'Cause we don't fucking have that. Where'd you get it? She's like, I had it made, man. I'm like, well, make more.
It's
It was
amazing to
cool.
me also how many, because we've been around for a while in town doing different stuff, like happy hour and a half T-shirts.
Oh, yeah.
That I don't even know if we ever got when we were doing some paint in the grass stuff, and those type of parties always included a T-shirt with a package.
Did we have a shirt for the happy hour and a half?
Yeah, every year.
I, honest to God, I did not know that.
Yes. So when you see these,
Damn.
when you see people wear them, I'm like, let me see that. Let me see that damn thing, man.
Yeah.
And they show you like, man, that's badass.
Hell
Where did
yeah.
you get that?
At your happy
Sure.
hour and a half.
Yeah,
Seriously, I did not
we,
know.
We drank and talked that afternoon. I know that, but where did you get the shirt? Oh, it's part of the package. Turn around. Let me see the back. Oh, that's really cool.
There's a lot of shirts that we don't get through here.
Green
Pisses me
beans,
off.
I don't have.
Yeah, still don't.
Don't have the hockey inspired hoodie.
Yeah, I do have the hockey-inspired shirt, but that hoodie would have been dope.
There's most of the time, if we are promoting it, we don't have it.
Right.
Much like Uli's beer brats. Yeah.
But then if we do get it, then they make sure that we gotta take a lot of photos.
We're trying to get a keg for the kegerator out here too. We killed that one. Keep in mind, it was only what do they call that? A six
barrel.
A 6-barrel.
Yeah.
So,
Looks like a scuba tank.
and
It looks like a soda keg.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it looks like. I know, because somebody else here at work was like, "Oh, no more beer, you guys drank it all." I was like, "What? Easy, fella." First of all, the day we unleashed we had everybody in here that Friday, there was a lot of people that I was like, it was a 6-barrel keg.
Right.
If that had been a regular sized keg, I would have been like, all right, you give us some shit, but like, chill out.
And we weren't alone on this dugout thing. Everybody up here was
Oh,
dipping
no.
into
Yeah.
it.
yeah.
Jackasses.
Caswell's got a kegerator in his house.
Does
See,
he
I
really?
think that's a dangerous proposition for me.
But he said it's not great because he can't get through it all before. He could probably do, what is it, 6-barrel?
Yeah, he
But
get
he
a
would get like a
6-barrel.
full keg, and it's like, bro, you're not going to drink all that. And his wife doesn't. If she does drink, she drinks cocktails.
Does it go bad or something like that?
Yeah,
It'll start getting flat.
yeah,
the
it
air
just
and all
sits
that.
in there, and then also, right, like, yeah, it just he doesn't drink enough. You would have to go home. You'd have to go home and be putting down 6 to 10 cold ones a night.
Yeah.
Now, if you throw a party, it works. But
Sure.
damn.
That's what I'm saying. Thrill's right. If he gets, like, I have a buddy that has one, but he just gets the little 6-barrel keg.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I have no problem with the beer, can of beer, bottled beer in my house.
Yeah.
I prefer a draft beer when I'm out. It's just one of those things where if I'm out, I'd rather have a draft beer and be sitting at a bar.
Yes.
Nothing wrong with having a draft beer sitting on your couch. No mistake in that. But I don't need all that. Bottle can's fine. But if I'm out, I'm always going to get a draft.
See, and I always prefer the glass bottle.
At home?
At home, out, doesn't matter. I always prefer a glass bottle. I really do. The aluminum cans, you get more cans in a case. It is cheaper to produce, so they don't cost near as much. But
Shelf space is a big thing on that too with places.
Exactly, absolutely. But I prefer the glass bottles.
I think I prefer a bottle with Mexican beer. I don't like Mexican beer in cans as much. So if I'm going to go on that man, it's hot outside route, Corona,
You put a lime in it with it? You don't like-
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. I've got a lime. I buy a lime or two every week.
Nice.
I go through limes like crazy, man. Whether I'm making chicken, whether I'm making fish, drinking beer.
Good work.
I mean,
That's why you've never had scurvy.
Scurvy?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Lack of vitamin C.
Oh.
See?
It was old sailors would get scurvy.
Yeah, the Brits mostly.
That's why you call British a limey.
And it pisses
That
them
was-
off.
yeah.
Yeah.
I put a lime in my Rainier. I put a lime in my Heidelberg.
Hang on. Why are you putting a lime in your Rainier?
I just like the taste of a lime in my beer. That's why I like the Black Raven Pilsner lime.
Yeah.
I mean, basically, you're taking a
what he's
Pilsner,
doing.
which is Rainier, and putting a lime in it.
Yeah.
So it's got that, I don't know, kind of brightens it up a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel fancy.
You know what I haven't done in a while is throw a pickle spear in one of my beers.
I
Why
don't think
in
I've
the
ever done that.
fuck would you do that?
That dude, before, like, as the pandemic was setting in, someone mentioned a pickle beer where you pour your beer into a glass and you throw a pickle spear in there.
Had they lost their sense of taste
I
because of
don't-
COVID?
Dude, and it got all kinds of support. People were coming out like, I do
does
that
it-
all the
does it taste-
freaking
does it
time.
taste
People
bright and
bitch
fresh?
about pineapple on pizza, but it's okay to put a pickle in your beer.
Right. And honestly, it wasn't,
Dude, I'll
tell you what,
it wasn't the worst.
I went to that Husky baseball game Saturday, right?
Yeah.
So we had lunch, kind of pre-gamed at Joey. That waitress seemed shocked when I was just like, "Hey, do you have pickle juice?" She's like, why?" I was like, "I'm gonna do a shot of whiskey with a pickle back." So like, she just never heard of it, right? She's 21.
Yeah.
So she comes back, and she's like, "Okay, I think we can make it work." But they poured like a big glass of pickle juice.
Oh, no. So now you have to do a lot more shots.
Right, I was like, we don't need that much. But then when we went back after the game, we got some nachos and had another round, and I asked for them again. This is a different waitress, and she's like, "You won't believe this. We never get this order. We've had it twice today."
Did you cop to it?
I was like, "That's just me. That's just me and my buddy."
Yeah. How was the baseball game?
Awesome. The Dogs got a nice dub over Arizona. We got to chirp a few of the Arizona fans because Washington Huskies took their head coach.
You bum.
And then, as I told Mike, my favorite, the games aren't very well attended, so just buy a ticket. We just sat in the second row, and then it's getting towards the end of the game, and like the kid comes up to bat, and I just call him number 32. I was like, "Hey, 3-2, couldn't hit sand, it fell off a camel." And he just like outside he just kind of looked over. I was like, "All right, that's kind of funny."
I'm 18, man.
Right, what the hell, man?
Honestly, there was so few people there, and it was like drizzling, and their bench was very loud. Like once we started kind of giving them some crap, like and nothing bad, just friendly stuff. Like trust me, they were more than happy to have somebody chirp them.
Okay. Any dingers?
Was there a home run? I think Arizona popped one out. Washington hit one against the fence. I know the next day they beat them again with a home run.
Okay. So they got a pretty good team, I guess.
Miles, if you hear a ball come off a bat, can you tell if it's foul?
No.
Can you tell if it's
foul? No.
I bet you could.
Oh, well, it's an aluminum bat, though. Maybe I could.
It is. Just the ting. We were walking down behind and we heard this ting, and I just instinctively looked up and was like, oh, find it. There it is. My buddy who never played baseball was just like, how did you guys know? And I'm like, there's just a sound, whether when they hit it cleanly or like you could just tell by that weird ting where I was like, that's a foul ball.
Yeah.
I think your instincts would kick in.
Do they sell beer?
They do.
They do.
Yeah, they have one concession stand open on the bottom floor on the right field side.
Okay.
Next to the
draft or can? What can you get?
I think we had a Long Hammer IPA, and then the second round we just got a Coors Light.
Were they expensive?
You know what? I don't remember.
$6, $7.
Rob was paying. I just
ordered.
Okay.
All right.
And I had some peanut M&Ms because I go, oh, you're paying? I'll take a pack of M&Ms.
I've never been to a college baseball game.
Same.
Ever?
No. Since we've been here, I have not been to a college basketball game.
Same.
And I like college basketball. I still have not been in the the Alaska Airlines Arena.
Yeah, Alaska Airlines.
Yeah.
I've never stepped foot in there. I've been to tons of UW football games, but I've never been into the basketball arena.
Yeah, the basketball arena's good. I'm going to definitely go more next year as Maryland's coming to town. But college baseball is weird. If you go to like Texas, there's certain schools where it's massive.
Sure.
But then also, like I've been to games in Maryland, South Carolina, now here. Like I don't know how to explain it. There's definitely people that are just college baseball fans, and
right.
It's a different breed.
A guy named Jim Small used to work here. He was a account executive for forever, 30-some plus years, whatever it was. But he went to Gonzaga. So he was always telling me, he's like, look, man, because we obviously went out there that one time to watch the arena football, but he's like, man, if you go to Spokane and Gonzaga's playing basketball, he's like, go get tickets and go to that game. He's like, the conference isn't the best as far as the teams, but some play them pretty even. But apparently it's like a fucking high school gym. So your seats are
good, no matter what.
Good. He said the place is electric. They get fired up. It's loud.
The kennel. That's what they call their student section.
He said it's a cool experience.
And they had a good team for a hot run there, didn't
they?
They
always.
Oh, yeah.
Every year they give it a run.
Yeah.
But still, that's what I mean. Like you're going to go watch a good team play basketball in a real tiny spot.
Yeah, like Gonzaga basketball had a down year this year because they came in second in their conference.
Right.
So, I mean, they definitely have set a tone and a standard.
Sure.
Yeah. I wonder if 2025 was going to be the year that they announced that maybe 2 NBA teams coming in.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, you would have to think that we...
I think Seattle's pretty
It's going to be Seattle. I think it's going to be Seattle and Vegas. Everything I read is just Seattle and Vegas.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Jeez. I don't know, man.
NFL, the NBA in Vegas?
Yeah.
I mean, look.
They're already in Vegas.
Over there too.
They basically live in Vegas anyway. I mean, if they have a day off, they end up at Vegas.
That's a good point. I don't know why the NFL is just so strict on stuff. I just feel like baseball players and basketball players have a lot more free time at night to get into trouble.
Oh, they will, for sure, man. Look, there's no doubt that Vegas team is going to be a fucking disaster, you know. At least socially speaking, it will be.
There is something unattractive about going in there in the middle of doggone August to go and watch a baseball game in Vegas. That is going to be just blindingly hot.
Well, it doesn't have a roof.
It does not have a roof?
Well, the conception, the picture of what they believe the ballpark is going to look like.
There's no roof.
There's no roof.
People are going to die.
It takes an architectural page off of the Sydney Opera House.
All right.
So it looks like it has these big kind of sails coming up on it. Which
so it's not a closed roof, but there'll be shade. I mean, because Mike's right, dude.
I guess.
You go to a game in August in Vegas, and you're telling me the fucking roof's open, man. People aren't getting out of there alive.
No, you put my pasty ass out there, I'm going to walk out like a doggone lobster.
Like it's like the Diamondbacks. That's indoor. They put a roof on that when it's hot out, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They're in the Bob or the old.
They understand.
It's a building.
Right, so Vegas.
You can retract the roof like you can here, but it's.
So Vegas is the same thing. It's like you're in the desert. I've been there in July. It is ungodly.
Oh.
We went there for the first game at the, Reliant? Is that the name of it?
Allegiant.
Allegiant, right. At Elite, because the Raiders were playing the Ravens. And this is September, probably after Labor Day. And I think it was 98 degrees outside. It's fine inside. The problem was this was post-COVID. So to get into Reliant, like basically you cut through all the casinos. Nobody's trying to walk outside.
No.
But then there's a point where you have to go outside. And it's maybe a quarter mile. It's really not far. That 5-minute walk, man. I mean, both me and my wife, everyone out there were like, I don't know if I'm going to make it. And then when you get there, they had these long fucking lines because, again, this is post-COVID, so you had to prove all this shit to get in, whether you had tickets or not. So everyone that had to get in this line, and even people from Vegas were like, are you fucking kidding me? Because, again, it's 98 degrees. They're like, hey, we have water stations. The water temperature was probably warmer than it was outside.
Oh, the water's terrible.
This woman got a cup of water,
drink the water
spit it out.
No, you don't.
Like, well, you wanted to that day,
in the
man.
world.
Yeah, but it's like, I don't care.
I
was drinking my own pee that day.
We went last year, I want to say in like August, which I wasn't exactly jazzed about going to Vegas in August, as it were, but she wanted to go, so we went down there. That was the same time that Ed Sheeran was doing a show at Allegiant.
Oh, nice.
There was a line, and there was a heat wave rolling through Vegas. It was like 110 degrees outside or something like that. Same thing. We're ducking in and out of these casinos, and we ended up just walking by some Ed Sheeran fans at one point, and we said, how was the show? And they said, we stood outside for 2 hours.
Jesus
outside
Christ.
for 2 hours. They canceled the show. The heat.
What?
The heat had messed with his stage to where it collapsed before the thing even opened up.
And that's an indoor stadium.
That is an indoor stadium. Like, he was out there for a couple people got into the air conditioning that was inside of Allegiant. And so he went out there and he apologized and he kind of gave them a little fan moment there while he was in there. But 90% of the fans that were there stood outside for 2 hours in the blistering heat only to be told, sorry, guys, it's not happening.
You know
today.
what's starting to annoy me about this conversation is that I just realized that I'll be going to Vegas in fucking July.
Yeah.
Yes.
Enjoy,
I wasn't
sir.
thinking about it the whole
Without the ones like you, who work tirelessly to keep things running, everything would suddenly stop. Hospitals, factories, schools, and power plants, they all depend on you. No matter the weather, emergency, or time of day, you're the ones who get it done. At Grainger, we're here for you with professional-grade industrial supplies. Count on real-time product availability and fast delivery. Call, clickgrainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
For those in the market for flavor, there's Modelo Spiked Aguas Frescas, a flavorful drink that's a modern twist on a Mexican street classic. With 4 vibrant and refreshing flavors: pineapple, watermelon, hibiscus, and cucumber lime. Made with a splash of real fruit juice. Modelo Spiked Aguas Frescas are perfect for any fiesta, small or big. Modelo Spiked Aguas Frescas, boldly authentic, vibrantly flavorful. Drink responsibly. Modelo Spiked Aguas Frescas flavored beers imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois. Hibiscus contains juice only for color.
time until right now.
What are you going to Vegas for in July?
My wife and I even talked about it this morning. So about 2 months ago, I was trying to explain it to Taryn today, and I said, I do not remember which it is. It's either Boys to Men or
New Edition.
It
could be both.
It could
Typically-
be. Who the fuck knows?
typically
But
they-
one of them is doing a residency in Vegas for a little while.
Okay.
All right. And this is one of her bucket list bands that she wants to see or whatever. So our anniversary is in July. So she's like, look, I know you don't want to go. I said, it's not that I don't want to go. I don't want to go see them. But I will go see them. So she goes, look, just make an anniversary gift. Have fun in Vegas. I'm like, fuck it. All right. We'll still have a good time.
Yeah.
We brought it up again this morning because she wanted to nail down the dates. I said, babe, I do not care. Just book the fucking trip.
Right.
And I guarantee she booked the fucking trip, and now it's occurring to me. It's going to be July in Vegas.
Yes.
Like, I've
Yeah.
known
Well,
that,
here's
but I'm not thinking about it. But
they're
all of our
playing the
conversations.
Win the night before your anniversary.
Who is it?
New Edition.
It is New Edition.
good.
Okay.
I know
Good.
it's New Edition because you brought it up a couple weeks ago. Miles and I were both like, well, dude, New Edition kicks ass.
Yeah.
I hope so,
Well,
man. I'm going to find out.
The good news is you'll stay on the strip because one thing.
Fuck yes, I will.
One thing you need to understand, man. Fremont, although it has a glass covering, it is kind of like a little mini oven in there.
Yeah. Oh, God.
And most of the casinos are open air, so there's like you can walk
this
right
hot
off the
air
street and
blowing
walk
through.
in. So there's that place gets cooking. That's better to go in the wintertime, in the fall, in the early spring, Fremont. But in the middle of the summer, man, there's nowhere to fucking hide. Even if you duck into the Morton Steakhouse, it is completely open. To the
duck into the Morton
walkway.
Steakhouse.
For a quick.
I don't know
beer,
why
whatever.
that's funny to me. But
It just is because it's Morton.
Well, because there's a bar right there.
No, I know. It's just
on
like
the rail.
steak. Like I don't think about ducking in a steakhouse.
Well,
Right, that's kind of my thought. Like,
yeah.
let's stay. Oh, aren't we fancy?
Well, it's right there.
I will say, when I went to Vegas, and this was years ago, because we went for a UFC fight in July. My one buddy was just like, "You never been to Vegas in July?" I was like, "No." He's like, "You need to buy black undershirts and black button-ups."
He's not wrong.
Yeah.
You're just sweating because when you got to walk from casino to casino.
Uh-huh.
And then when I was there for that Formula F1, that was the first time I've ever been cold in Vegas, which was also a little odd.
Right.
Man,
Not a big deal. It just felt weird leaving the house and be like, I got to bring a jacket. Like I'm in Vegas.
Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
October. I've been in October. That's ideal.
I tell you what,
Still
though,
like 80s.
Yeah.
through association, I know about 4 or 5 different people, different walks of life that have moved on and moved to Las Vegas in the suburbs. They fucking love it. They
Yeah, we
love,
stayed
they
out-
love
we
living in. They love it, man.
We stayed out by the new Raiders training facility. So I'm not sure if that's technically Henderson or different.
I
But
know.
it was
I know.
nice
One.
out there.
My buddy Chuck, he lives in that area,
Yeah.
and the golf courses are great. It's affordable. He's got a pool. He's like, dude, I'm naked at least 80% of
Cool.
the day. He's like, I wake up in the morning, I just go jump in my pool.
Hell
He's like,
yeah.
Maybe I'll go play golf. Maybe I'll caddy for somebody.
Maybe I'll put pants on.
I'm retired. I just fucking chill out, man. And again, do you ever go down the strip? Well, we'll go down if there's a show we want to see. But other than that, more than likely not.
It's like people who live in New York
There's
City. They
restaurants.
don't go to Times Square.
Yeah, there's a couple restaurants he ducks down to. But
Sure.
other than that, there's plenty of shit where he lives.
Dude, there was a strip mall by us that we would walk to get breakfast. This breakfast spot might have been, it was phenomenal. I don't know that I'd go out there if I was staying on the strip, but
Yeah.
it was unreal how good it was.
Before we let you go here on the Men's Room Happy Hour, we have a sad note here from a listener. It says, good morning.
Good morning.
Guys, my father, Jerry Gross, was the biggest fan of your show. I've listened to you guys my whole life. No matter whose birthday it is, he made sure he gets a birthday shout-out for them. He had a signed box of Cinnamon Toast Crunch framed in his living room and brought you guys caramel and caramel sauce.
Oh, yeah.
My father unexpectedly passed away last weekend. I'm not sure if you guys do in-memory shout-outs, but he would love it. He's the most unserious about funerals. So all of us are wearing his concert T-shirts.
All right.
His memorial is on the 4th, so that is on Saturday. I was hoping you guys could play something, maybe on the 3rd or whatever, so I can replay this during his reception. I'll be playing it at a church.
Oh, boy.
He loved the Dirty Germans. Maybe they can talk about him in heaven or something. I think you guys would know how to best to honor him. Make it hilarious. This might be the hardest fucking thing I'm ever going to hear in my life, is you guys trying to do Dirty Germans at a funeral.
Yeah, it's quite simple. It's the best thing about going up to heaven is as you walk up the stairway to the pearly gates, you realize everyone in front of you is also wearing those flowing white gowns. It's a perfect time to take a peek-see under.
Yeah, so weird thing is that the Dirty Germans love to play with things like Peters, but now you're talking to Saint Peter.
He is our hero.
That's what Jerry's doing.
Yeah.
You know why
It
the-
also Peters.
You know why the gates are so pearly?
No.
So the rest of you that don't know the show,
We apologize.
It's a lot of this.
God bless each and every one of you.
yeah, seriously. Thanks, Jerry.
Cheers to you, Jerry.
Yeah, man. All right, there you go. There's episode number 8 of the Men's Room Happy Hour, exclusively on the Odyssey app. Bitches, enjoy the weekend.
Then fuck everybody.
All right.
The Men's Room has been taped before a live studio audience. Wardrobe and makeup provided by Mantastic Limited. This has been a presentation of the Men's Room Radio Network. Oh, man! A Double Flush production.
For those in the market for flavor, there's Modelo Spiked Aguas Frescas, a flavorful drink that's a modern twist on a Mexican street classic with 4 vibrant and refreshing flavors. Pineapple, watermelon, hibiscus, and cucumber lime. Made with a splash of real fruit juice. Modelo Spiked Aguas Frescas are perfect for any fiesta, small or big. Modelo Spiked Aguas Frescas. Boldly authentic, vibrantly flavorful. Drink responsibly. Modelo Spiked Aguas Frescas flavored beers imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois. Hibiscus contains juice only for color.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Without the ones like you, who work tirelessly to keep things running, everything would suddenly stop. Hospitals, factories, schools, and power plants, they all depend on you. No matter the weather, emergency, or time of day, you're the ones who get it done. At Grainger, we're here for you with professional-grade industrial supplies. Count on real-time product availability and fast delivery. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.